not me letting you into my anxious thoughts. I do think that the girls might not cry about sitting on Santa's lap or sitting next to him in his little sleigh chair. I don't think they would like it, but I don't think they would cry. Finny would, for sure. Finn would cry immediately. She doesn't care for other people. It's really great for me. Jason has not yet dressed up as Santa for the girls. And I think we're past that. I think the minute Jason dresses up as Santa, Wyatt's going to be like, clocked. We can't risk it. Also, I'm not sure if anyone else does this, but this time of year, I will absolutely use Santa to my parenting advantage. Okay? This was so sad. Oh my God, this was so sad. I'll call Santa. Okay? Sometimes you need a direct line. Okay? I know Nemmy's here and the song says Santa's always watching. Okay? He knows when you're sleeping, knows when you're awake. Little creepy, but he's watching. Okay? Sometimes you got to get the direct line. Okay? Sometimes you got to hotline that shit to Santa. In an effort to make it believable, because like I said, I have one that's a little skeptical. I searched to find a graphic of a phone calling Santa. In other words, if I were to be like, I'm really on the phone with him, it would be like a number and like clearly a hang up button to end a phone call. I'm in the thick of it. Okay. So I think we've successfully created a graphic that will allow you to tell the same lie, because I did not feel as though there was sufficient graphics available on a quick search of the internet. So we're going to hand it to you. I want you to screenshot this and use it as like look, I'm actually on the phone with him. No, Santa, I don't know. We were just calling to check if they're on the naughty or nice list. When we did this to Benny, I felt very guilty. She cried while eating her pasta, cried. And then I had to get down on my knees in front of her and explain to her that I swear Santa said she was on the nice list. It was so sad. So don't make sure that I think you should do this in a positive way first, which we weren't even like, it wasn't even like a threatening situation. We were just like, you got to eat your dinner. You have to sit at the table at least. And when she kept trying to get up from the table, I was like, I think I'm going to have to call Santa. Wrong. I will tell you though, he can't talk to kids. That's an important point. You have to say that like you're a grown-up calling. Yeah, it's just, dicey. And last thing on Santa, I have it on very good authority that like us parents, Santa is also rushing around like crazy this time of year. But the good news is we all have help if we need it. And not just from the elves. Amazon will wrap and deliver all the gifts on your list and make last minute gift shopping possible. That does it for Can I Be Honest? Brought to you by Amazon. Next up, Doom Scroll of the Week, brought to you by CVS Health. Okay, first up on Doom Scroll, if Mare of Easttown didn't already prove it, Kate Winslet is a real one. She was just on the Happy Place podcast and spoke about aging. Queen Emma, the clip.
Having a face that moves, having all of the wrinkles that my 50 years hopefully show, that matters a great deal because I want to lead by example. It's important and it matters if we can be decent women in today's world and be kind to ourselves and to others. I think it's important.
I love it so much. Please make sure that when I share my feelings on this, that you take it as my own personal opinion. I'm not here to comment on what others are doing. Women can do whatever makes them happy because quite honestly, it's none of my fucking business and it's not my fucking body. Okay. But what I will say is I love this so much. I love this so much because I am very much in the camp of your face has been telling people how you feel. It has been experiencing your life, your body, your face. You getting one of the prettiest things is crow's feet because typically it is from smiling, smile lines, it is from feeling joy in your life, right? I also always like to keep in mind that regardless of my platform, which is, I feel grateful to have women who will DM me or approach me in person and say that they really appreciate the way I put myself forward. In other words, authentically, not trying to do something that I am not or do not have or anything like that. But I have 4 daughters. And I want them to know that they were made exactly the way they were intended to be made and that they should proceed as such. Okay. And I'm not talking about not dyeing your hair. Girl, these highlights, they were purchased. Okay. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is when I raise my eyebrows because I'm interested in what my children are saying and I have lines in my forehead, it only furthers the expression. Okay. It's like an exclamation point on my expression. If I could not raise my eyebrows, I couldn't be shocked at the shit my kids are saying. And then they wouldn't know that I'm truly invested in the words that are coming out of my mouth. Do you know what I mean? And on top of that, when they get into their 30s, I want them to be like, you know what? Mom had wrinkles then too. 'Cause I do. And I earned these suckers. Okay? And I'm going to keep them. 'Cause I like them. Not all the time. Because sometimes I'm like, oof, girl, you are not 24. But you're fucking right. Oh my God, am I admitting that I'm not 24? You're right, I'm not 24. I'm 33 years old. And this is how my face looks. Okay? This is how I look. And I hope that my daughters and other young women can say confidently that that is how they look. And if they want to plump their lips or freeze their forehead, power fucking to them. But I would like more women to know that it doesn't have to be the new status quo. So, Kate Winslet, you nailed that. I love that. We should keep saying that. Next, I'm currently in the midst of weaning Finny. So this TikTok really hit my feed at the right time. I swear to God, they know. It says cutting your breastfed baby off, and she runs to her daddy to tattle on you.
Chocolate milk.
Doesn't cut it. Daddy booby is what she's saying, in case you were wondering.
You may have chocolate milk.
This is what I'm going to tell you. I sent this video to Queen Emma, and I said, comments. Okay? Because at first, I was sad, right? I was sad. This baby's sad. But this is where it went. This is where it went a little sideways. And I, like always, booked it to the comments. Okay? The first comment that I saw was, we all saw the straw. We're all on Team Mom. Okay? For my audio listeners, the straw is crimped like a fucking piranha went at it. Okay? Like someone was just like a hydraulic press. Okay? Like someone hydraulic pressed the top of the straw. Okay? That shit is banana. It looks like it was steamrolled like a fucking fresh concrete. Okay? This thing is crimped so fucking hard. And you know what? For those of you that have not arrived at the destination, that could have been Mom's nipple. Okay? I would have cut her off too. Now, weaning is not going great because it's not going, but Finn's about to cut a tooth. Okay? And as selfish as this may sound, that's where I draw the line. Aggressively. That's aggressively where I draw the line. That's where I've drawn the line for all of my other children. I've never breastfed a child past them getting teeth. Full disclosure, because I think that this, again, is something that people typically don't talk about because it can be a conscious choice. I typically have breastfed our girls anywhere between 7 and 8 months. I think the longest that I've gone for any other child has been maybe a hair past 8 months. Right now with Finny, this is the longest I have done it. Because it will take me at least a couple weeks to fully wean her. And right now we're right at the threshold of where I think I ended with Ellie. But just to be clear, this is my choice. And it might not be the choice that other people make. And I would like to say, because I think it's important to say this, I am very fortunate to have been able to breastfeed, because I know that that's not always everyone's journey. Some people who want to cannot. So it's important to recognize that. My girls have switched to formula. And guess what? I have a 6-year-old who is learning to read, who can write. She's thriving. So anyone who has an opinion about how I choose to go about my breastfeeding journey, and therefore my formula fed journey, you can kindly get fucked. You knew it was coming. And also, fed is best. Let me say it one more time for emphasis. Fed is best. Best being the best that it can be. Like the SpongeBob imagination. Ready? We'll do fed is best and get fucked. Anyway, that's it for Doom Scroll of the Week, brought to you by CVS Health. Robert Irwin is coming up, but first we have one more segment in honor of our finale we're calling NGL Wrapped. It's like Spotify Wrapped, but NGL. Clever stuff, Queen Emma. Fucking. Our first annual NGL Wrapped is brought to you by Liquid IV. Tear Poor, Live More. We're going to reflect on our first season and check out some of the best highlights from our official NGL Wrapped report that Queen Emma definitely didn't just completely make up herself. I mean, she did. Starting with the first slide, Queen Emma, what do we have? You said go birds 62,000 times this season. 5,000 times in the Hannah Einbinder episode alone. That number actually feels wildly accurate. So yes, I will make it 6,207, apparently. Go birds. Fuck it. Let's do 8. Go birds! All right, next wrap slide here. This season, your name appeared in 67 headlines. That makes sense. It feels right. 6, 7. I didn't even, that's how you know I don't have kids in middle school. Here are the top 5 dumbest headlines that came out this year. Number 1, Kylie Kelce said she accidentally picked up a literal turd. That's a quote, literal turd with her bare hands. Oh, another direct quote. I raw dogged it. Someone wrote that as a headline. Are you fucking kidding me? Number 2, Kylie Kelce says she wears a sports bra every day after being named, quote, president of the, quote, itty bitty titty committee. I said what the fuck I said. Guess what? Bra, sports bra. This is a sports bra. Look, that was suspicious. It's a sports bra. And the titties are still itty bitty. Even while I'm breastfeeding. Thank you. Number 3, Michelle Obama had Kylie. Oh no. Michelle Obama had Kylie Kelce wiping her, quote, upper lip sweat multiple times. Why do they have to keep quoting me? Really, it feels personal. Feels personal when you quote me. I said it before and I'll say it until the end of time. I was so sweaty. Interviewing Michelle Obama. I don't know that I've ever been sweatier, and I've played field hockey on 100+ degree turf. Number 4, Kylie Kelce blushes as Zookeeper jokes about playing Taylor Swift's Wood song to get tigers in the mood. First of all, put some fucking respect on her name. Her name is Maggie. and she's a boss. Okay. Second, it was a great reference. I fucking loved it. That was hilarious. Number 5, Kylie Kelce introduces new baby on podcast only 2 days after giving birth. Yep, I did do that. Next slide. Congratulations. You came up with a new catchphrase. Suck my ass. Oh God, such a good catchphrase. It's so good. Here are 5 things you said could suck or kiss your ass this season. Number 1, skinny jeans. Yeah, they can kiss my ass. 2, haunted hay rides. Yep, those can kiss my ass. 3, Dallas. Suck my ass. 4, Gen Alpha. The fact that we have 21-year-olds that were born in the 2000s. There are people who can legally drink that were born in the 2000s. And I'm not talking like just 21-year-olds. There are 20-somethings that were born in the 2000s. And that can get fucked. Number 5, baby name critics. Yeah, you guys can all get fucked. How about that? Keep it swiping, Queen Emma. What's next? Let's see. You spoke to 45 people you have no business speaking to. That is correct. 1 person you're married to and 1 person who is your husband's mom. That's accurate. By the way, one of those 45 people I had no business speaking to was Caleb Heron. And his podcast, So True, is now officially a Wave series. Yes. Welcome to Wave, Caleb. Real ones, make sure you check out So True. And just so you know, stay tuned. There might be more happening with NGL and Caleb. Did we tease it? Did we nail that? All right, Queen Emma, do we have one more slide? Oh, you're an asshole. Hey girl, you went over the 48-minute rule 18 times this season. Asshole. Wow, sounds like season 2 should have a cool 60 baseline so that you can then work your way over 60 minutes on a regular basis. What do you think this is? The other podcast? Get the fuck out of here. Absolutely not. You set expectations low. Here's a trick to life, okay? Under promise, over deliver. Okay? Under promise. It's 48 minutes, guys. And if you get some extra minutes, I'm sorry, it's Queen Emma's fault. The crazy part is you're in the same room. And if I want to launch a water bottle at your head, I won't do it because that's aggressive. I'm trying to see if there's anything that does that will not injure you. Oh, yep. Here we go.
Thank
you. It was a tweezer box. Eyelash curler box. Yep. No problem. She said worth it. That's it for NGL Wrap, brought to you by Liquid IV. Coming up, Robert Irwin. For more than 6 decades, millions of families have shared the annual Hess holiday tradition. And guys, my family is one of those millions. I still remember going to my great aunt Dorothy's house and seeing all of the Hess trucks lined up, some of the coolest toy trucks.
Kylie Kelce, known for her candid personality and strong presence as the wife of NFL star Jason Kelce, recently made headlines with her appearance on the popular Not Gonna Lie podcast. The episode, already buzzing across social media, quickly became a trending topic, not only for its honest humor, but for the heartfelt, sometimes surprising advice Kylie offered to Travis Kelce about his high-profile relationship with pop icon Taylor Swift. The premise was simple, yet irresistible. What would Kylie, someone who knows both the intensity of the NFL world and the unique challenges of being in the public eye, say to Travis Kelce about supporting Taylor Swift, especially if she were to become pregnant? The result was an episode full of warmth, wit, and more than a few memorable moments that left listeners both laughing and reflecting on the realities behind celebrity love stories. As the podcast kicked off, Kylie didn't shy away from acknowledging the pressure that comes with a relationship constantly scrutinized by fans and media. She joked about paparazzi lurking behind every corner, but quickly pivoted to her first piece of advice for Travis. You have to realize that, at some point, none of that noise matters. When you're home with your partner, especially when she's pregnant and her world is changing, it's about making her feel like the only person in the room. Listeners could sense the sincerity as Kylie recounted her own experiences during pregnancy and how crucial it was for Jason to be present, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. She painted a picture of quiet evenings, small gestures, and the power of truly listening, a contrast to the glitz and chaos often associated with celebrity couples. Kylie's anecdotes were peppered with humor. She recalled craving ice cream at 2 in the morning and Jason making a midnight run in the snow, only to return with the wrong flavor. "It's not about getting it perfect," she laughed. "It's about showing up, even if you show up with cookie dough when she wanted mint chip." The audience loved it. But beneath the laughter was a deeper message. Pregnancy is a time of vulnerability and transformation, and support means adapting to those changes with patience and empathy. The podcast took a heartfelt turn when Kylie addressed the emotional roller coaster that comes with pregnancy. She shared how, during her own journey, there were days of inexplicable tears and bursts of joy, often within the same hour. "Hormones are wild," she explained, "and sometimes you just need someone who won't judge you for crying over a commercial or for wanting pancakes after midnight." Her advice to Travis? Be her safe space. Remind her that it's okay to feel everything, and don't try to fix it. Just be there. Kylie also offered practical tips, knowing the demands of both Travis's football schedule and Taylor's music career. She suggested carving out intentional time together, even if it means FaceTiming from opposite sides of the world or leaving silly notes in each other's suitcases. "It's the little things that help you stay connected when life gets crazy," she emphasized. Listeners were intrigued as Kylie speculated on how Taylor Swift, a global superstar known for her fiercely loyal fan base and relentless work ethic, might approach pregnancy. She guessed Taylor would want to maintain some normalcy, cherishing quiet moments and perhaps writing new music inspired by motherhood. Kylie encouraged Travis to protect Taylor's privacy fiercely, especially during such a personal chapter, and to make their home a sanctuary from the outside world. One of the most captivating parts of the conversation was when Kylie delved into the topic of self-care for both partners. She acknowledged that supporting someone through pregnancy can be exhausting, particularly with the added stress of public attention. "Don't forget to check in with yourself, too," she advised Travis. "You can't pour from an empty cup. Take time to recharge so you can be the best partner possible." The advice resonated with listeners, many of whom wrote in afterward to share their own stories of balancing love, work, and family. The episode wrapped up with a playful but poignant question. If Taylor and Travis welcomed a child, what would Kylie's biggest piece of advice be for handling parenthood in the spotlight? Her answer was simple, but powerful. Remember why you fell in love. It's easy to get lost in the headlines and the expectations, but at the end of the day, it's about you two and your family. Everything else is just noise. As the credits rolled and the hosts thanked Kylie for her openness, it was clear why this episode struck such a chord. It wasn't just the celebrity intrigue or the playful banter, it was the universal truth that relationships, no matter how public, thrive on empathy, humor, and the willingness to weather life's changes together. For anyone who tuned in, the Not Gonna Lie podcast offered not just a glimpse into the lives of two of America's most talked about couples, but also a reminder that love, in its most genuine form, is about showing up, even when the cameras are off.